Hi guys, it's CalmBee, and today I'm doing a tutorial on how to use costume dummies. Costume dummies can be used either in your dorm room or in any of your custom created rooms, but you cannot wear those custom costumes in Rec Center or in any other Rec Room games, but it's a great way to customize your games, the ones that you create, as well as to earn some tokens by selling those costumes. So to get started, I'm going to go to my backpack and grab my maker pen, and I'm going to create a costume dummy. It's under props and dynamic. All right, there we go. So there's two ways to make a costume. You could either start on the dummy, or you could create it off the dummy and then merge it to the dummy. I like to create the costume separately and then merge it with the dummy. You'll see what I mean once I get started. So I'm going to, for this costume, just create a simple bee. It won't be the best looking bee, but it'll teach you how to use this prop. So I'll get started by just creating a sphere over the body. And right now this isn't attached to the dummy, so if I were to put it on, nothing would happen because it's not connected right now. There we go. It's a good shape. Now I'm going to create some of the black stripes. If you have any questions on what we're doing today, feel free to leave a message down below, and I will check and try to answer those messages. Yeah. One more stripe. Scaling it down. And moving. Okay. So now I'm going to create the antennas by just using some simple cylinders and spheres. One trick with the rotation that I find helpful is I never use this white rotation line. It's sort of like freehand rotation. I tend to use the three axes, the blue, the green, and the red, when I make my selection. And one of my favorite buttons is the manipulate tool. I use that on almost everything. There we go. And now I'm going to clone, rotate. I also like using clone, that way I can ensure that both of these antennas are the same height, instead of just guessing and recreating another set. All right, so there we go. Like I said, it's not the best looking bee, but you'll get the point across. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the costume, and then I'm going to select the body shape that I created. I'm going to go to options, merge shapes, and then this screen will pop up. Where do I want the shapes to appear? Do I want it on my head, one of my hands, or the torso? In this case, I want it to show on the torso. So now if I equip, I may not look like the best looking bee, but it works. But you'll see the antennas didn't follow because I didn't select those. So let's go ahead and add those to my head. So now what I'm going to do is select the head and the antennas, merge shapes, and add it to my head. So now I am a bee. I am a very calm bee. Now, a few extra tips on using costume dummies. So I'm going to unequip this for now. If you hit configure and select your costume, there are times where you'll want to hide certain outfit items. So say you want a custom hat and someone's wearing a large shark hat and you don't want that to show. You go to hide outfit items and you select whichever items you don't want to show, and it will default to pretty much how you began Rec Room, as a bald person with a simple Rec Room shirt. It's also good that, if I'm wearing a dress and I don't want that showing through the costume, then you could hide the body, which will just really take your dress off and put a simple Rec Room shirt on. A few other items. If you want to create a key and have people pay for your costume, you could hit create key. You type in the name of the key. So in this case, it would be bee costume. Description. I'll write turn into a bee. And then how much do you want to charge for it? So I'll just put 100 tokens for now. I hit save. And now I go to configure, lock pickup with key, and select bee costume. Now if someone were to walk over, they would see a 100 here, so they know that they would have to pay for this costume. So that's a tutorial on costumes. It's not too difficult. I recommend building outside the costume and then merging the shapes to the different parts of the body. I find it easier versus accidentally creating a costume and maybe having the antennas attached to the torso, and then it's harder to split the shapes. But if you have any questions, just comment below. Happy to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.